is why I have built a system called stewocracy. In stewocracy, even to become a candidate, you need eligibility. To appear as a candidate for the election, you have to be eligible. In stewocracy, we are going to filter out these unhealthy political candidates. So the core ideology of the stewocracy starts from here. Governance must not start at voting. Governance should start at filtering itself. So because look at the democracy. Anyone can become a candidate, even the good one, bad one, but bad one is manipulative enough to fool the people and become a leader. So this is a very big flaw of this democratic system. And power of the mob, we just can't let the mob decide a decision, because the mob itself is very well manipulated, is getting manipulated by these manipulative people, manipulative candidates and narcissistic candidates. On the other hand, media is highly controlled, and also the people in the power are the ones who is owning these media channels too. Then how can we even expect the public to make a wise decision? It's impossible, right? So that is why democracy fails. Democracy fails, autocracy fails. So that is why I have built a system called stewocracy, because in stewocracy, governance don't just start at voting, it starts at filtering itself. Here, we are going to filter out the candidates, we are going to throw them an exam. Got this? Not the literal exam, but you will see. You will eventually know. We are just going to make them face the exam. We are literally going to filter them out. Because since public, citizens don't know to make a wise decision. There are many reasons why citizens are not able to make a sane, good, wise decision, is because one is media is highly controlled. Media is what conveys the truth, but media here is highly controlled and silenced. That is one reason. Because now the information don't reach the audience, don't reach the citizens properly in the very first place. So that is one reason. And another one reason is, even if it reaches, these unhealthy, narcissistic, manipulative candidates are very skilled enough to manipulate millions of people, to manipulate thousands of people, and to win the election. And also another thing is, people with huge wealth and money, they can do the campaigning and they can do all the, like advertisement and all these kind of thing and reach thousands of people. But meanwhile, there might be a good politician, good leader, but they don't have enough of money to reach out these many people. Since this rich candidate had a lot of money and became popular, now he's going to win the election. So that is why in stewocracy, we are not going to give the choice to the citizens in an unrestricted way. You got this? The pool is not going to be unrestricted. The choice is not going to be unrestricted. So what democracy do is that it just lets the mob take the decision. It's the choice is going to be unrestricted. Anyone can become a candidate, and like you can compete in election. It just lets the mob take the decision. But here, the narcissistic, manipulative people, the rich elite people are the one who's getting benefited because of this democratic system. To put it in simple word, stewocracy purpose is to let the people live. Got it? Because we are living a life, we are literally sacrificing our entire life for some years, for 25 to almost 25 years or 26 years for education purpose, for college or this and that. And then we are just offering our entire life serving some corporate company or being a slave to some system or to the government or to a corporate company. We are being a slave till 65 or 70. Then after that, when we become too old to even, when our health becomes so collapsed, they literally throw you out of the job after getting all the potential, all the work out of you. They literally throw you out. So in this life, where you are living, we are not living a life. We are just being a slave to some corporate company. We are just born to serve some corporate company or to the government or to the system. Stewocracy ideology is to let the citizens live. Let the people live. Since I keep on saying stewocracy, so let's dissect the name first. What is stewocracy? Got it? So this is the name of the system I have built. Stewocracy. Got this? Stewocracy. Stewocracy means which is steward, which is power. Crazy means power. Got it? So which means power of the Steward. Okay, what is steward? What is steward? Because if you win an election, if you compete in an election, and if you win an election, you wouldn't be called as leader in my governance, in my system. You will be called as steward, not leader, because this is what I say quite often. Leader, the name leader is not something that you beg for. Just because you won the votes of many people, you can't become a leader. Just because of the popularity contest, just because of winning a lot of majority, you can't become a leader. Leadership is a huge skill. Leadership is a high stake quality. So if you win the election, you will be called as steward, not the leader. So my governance starts from here, because just because you got the electoral victory or the vote of mass people, majority of the people, it doesn't make you a leader. Because the name leader is not something that you get just because you got the electoral victory or the support of mass people. Because the term leader is not something that you beg for, that is something you become. So that is why if you win the election in my system, you will be called as steward, not the leader. A person who is responsible, like you're just given with the responsible and it will be taken away from you. You're just given with the temporary custody and responsibility, not some high authority. So that is the literal meaning of the steward. So in my system, if you win the election, you will be called as a steward, not leader. Then looking at your behavior after you win the election and how you function, how you lead the country, how you perform in your period, then looking at that, if still people want to call you leader, then yeah, people can call you leader, but it will stay personal. But officially, you will be called as a steward forever. You got this. Because winning an election does not make anyone superior. It does not grant you the authority over the ecosystem or the place you're gonna take care of, or the citizens that comes under your border. So that is the very core ideology of the stewardocracy. Because in stewardocracy, the steward does not stand above the system. That person stands inside the system, constrained by the responsibility. Constitutional responsibility, constrained by the ecosystem wellness, constrained by the people wellness. So you live in the system, inside the system, not above the system. You don't own anyone, you are not above anyone, you don't have the authority. You're just a temporary custodian of responsibility. You are here to serve the people. When you are here to serve, then it should be given with a particular name, the name that aligns with your duty. So you're not here to, to become authority to anyone, unless you are a rebel who is, fighting for the freedom of lot of people. Yeah, those persons we can call them as a leader, because we can call the revolutionist as leader. We can call the people who is literally fighting for the people wellness as leader. It's like against any system, against the cruelty as leader. So, but here you are selected by the people in order to serve the country, in order to serve the state. So you will be called as a steward. Because leader seeks loyalty, steward is bound by obligation here. Got this? Simple. If you are a leader, you will seek loyalty, but here you are a steward who's bound by obligation. As I told you earlier, even in order to become a candidate who can stand in the election, you have to have the eligibility. You will be filtered out. So only if you have the ability and capacity and knowledge to pass through those filtering systems, then only you will become a candidate. Because in stewardocracy, we are going to filter the people, then only we will announce those people as candidates to the public. You got this? Because we are not going to throw the raw, unfiltered candidates in front of the public, in front of the citizens. As I told you earlier, main reason is citizens are getting easily manipulated. And another reason is, so when you let these unhealthy people to even become a candidate without filtering them, they will use their money, their power, their wealth, everything to literally suppress the other candidate who really has the eligibility and who really stands in the election for the goodness of the people. So in stewardocracy, we are literally going to pull out and pluck out all these unhealthy plants, all these weeds plant, all these toxic plants away, so that healthy plant can grow, so that healthy plant can become visible to the people, to the citizens, so that these healthy plants will grow up and give beautiful fruits and healthy fruits for the citizens, for the people. So in stewocracy, governance don't start at voting. Got it? That is the core ideology of stewocracy. Governance must not start at voting, it should start with filtering itself. Got it? So only after filtering out these unhealthy candidates away from the list, we will be having a healthy candidates. After filtering, we will be having a healthy candidates. So now we are going to announce these healthy candidates as options for the citizens. Options for citizens. So let's say 20 people are applying for the election to become a candidate. So now they have to go through the filtering process. Filtering, I will say what are the things and how we are going to filter in the next video. Now we are going to filter these 20 people. In this, people who don't have the ability or capacity will be eliminated. For example, let's say now 6 people. So now let's say 6 people got selected, have the eligibility, and now these 6 people are the one who is going to face the election. Got this? Now these 6 people are the ones who's going to compete in the election, and among these 6 people only, one will be selected, and that one will be called as a steward. Got this? Simple. It's simple. We are just offering only good choices to the citizens so that the risk of picking a unhealthy leader, manipulative leader becomes way too less. Because the filtering I have said in such a way, filter will filter. So by doing this, we can reduce the risk of citizens picking the unhealthy, manipulative, narcissistic, bad politicians who has no knowledge about the politics, who has no good will to do good for the people as candidates. So now we are going to offer only the healthy choices to the citizens. Among the choices, citizens are going to pick one steward for them. Got it? So that's how it functions. What is the difference between the modern system and stewocracy? In order to understand about stewocracy, we have to, talk about the difference, right? So let's start with modern system. What is the purpose even to call it as a modern system? Old system. What is the difference between this old system and stewocracy? All this democracy and that autocracy will fall under this old system, okay? So what is the difference between the old system and stewocracy? So now we will discuss about the major difference, okay? Though there is a lot more difference between old system and the stewocracy, we will discuss about few things now, okay? Starting from this. Here in old system, voting comes first. Voting comes first. But in stewocracy system, filtering comes first. So here a candidate faces the election first, but here an individual must have a eligibility to even become a candidate. Here the person who won the election projects dominance because he is given with the authority as leader, because once you win the election, that person gets the complex of a king and let's start to take the institutions or the system for granted or the law for granted. So the peak level of dominance you could see in the old system. But here, the elected steward will be under constant monitor. But here in stewocracy, the elected candidate will be continuously monitored by the citizens and the people have set. So the officials, the power I have said. So they wouldn't even feel like they are in the power. Actually, it will feel like a lot of responsibility. So taking the power for granted won't happen here, but it happens very well here. And another important thing is that in old systems, you are allowed to do the campaigning. You're right. You do the election campaign. But in stewocracy, campaigning is not allowed. Yeah, I have said another way. That's why when I completely entirely explain the system, only you will know, because I have built it in such a way. Don't worry, because you might ask, then how the hell even people know, like, what are the things that this particular person is bringing to the table? Don't worry, I have laid it out in such a way. Campaigning is not needed, because in the name of campaigning they are doing a mass manipulation. But in campaigning in stewocracy is not going to happen, because when we allow the campaigning, they do the manipulation. They literally brainwash the citizens, and they discriminate the citizens based on their religion, based upon the race, based upon the ethnicity. See, they do all these things. So that is why campaigning is not allowed. You got this? Because there is another way to do it. Because in stewocracy, you need not to speak. Your policies will speak. And I have said it in such a way, these policies will reach the people without the need to do the campaigning. So only on the terms of policies, only on the terms of your qualities and your morals and your goodness, you are going to get elected. You're not going to use your magnetic words to lure the people. So that is why campaigning is not allowed in stewocracy. So that's a huge difference. So now coming to the next very, very important point is that old systems are human-centric. Right? Old systems says that they care about you, they love you, they care about your health, and they do all those things. They say all those things to manipulate you. But in my system is not human centric. My system is ecocentric. Because in my system, I don't just only care about you. In my system, I don't just only care about human beings, I care about the house you live. I care about the place you live. I care about the city you live. I care about the country you live. I care about the air you breathe. I care about the food you eat. I care about the land you live. I care about the water you drink. That's the ecocentrism. But here, it is human-centric. They are saying they care about you, they love you, but they are not doing it anyway. Because stewocracy don't just run for your sake, it runs for your health, it runs for your house, it runs for your happiness, it runs for the quality of life that you want, it runs for the quality of the air you want, it runs for the quality of the food you want. So that is a huge failure of these old systems. Old systems are anthropocentric. That is a huge failure of the old systems. But stewocracy is ecocentric. When I say ecocentric, okay, here she is again, talking about the trees, talking about the other living creatures, talking about the mountains. I don't care anyway. Don't be like that. Because when I say ecocentrism, that is for the house you live. That is for the air you breathe. That is for the water you drink. That is for the food you eat. That is for reducing the cost of living. Because as you all know, this human-centric system has put the price in such a way that cost of living itself became so expensive. Cost of living became expensive. But in ecocentrism, in my stewocracy, I'm going to reduce the cost of living to a very lowest price possible. Because in my system, the steward who works, he don't just work for you, he works for the house you live. That person will work for your quality of life. That person will work for your quality of food. Got this? So that is the core theme. That is the big plus of stewocracy. Here it is anthropocentric, here it is ecocentric. Got it? It's a huge failure of the whole system. That is what I'll say. Anthropocentric system will fail you no matter what. So that is the very big failure of these old system, I will say. Since these systems put the human beings on the pedestal, like the system itself is so narcissistic and manipulative. So that is why it is working on the terms of human centrism, anthropocentrism. So that is why the outcome, the results you get out of the system is so manipulative, is so bad, is so suffocating. But stewocracy is built in a different way. No matter which century, 21st century, 25th century or 30th century, no matter which century comes, I'm telling you, any system that works by putting this ecosystem on the pedestal as a center will never fail. Will never fail. Yeah, I'm not telling you it is going to be 100%, stewocracy is the one, it's like going to be going to be the corruption-free thing. Corruption will happen everywhere. But I'm building a system that will put the huge restriction to the extreme possible, that corruption becomes very tough, very tough. You might think, oh, that is what your old system also says. No, saying is different, but the functioning is different. Here it functions in such a way, it's so rigid function. It is so, it is a rigid system. It is a literally rigid system, because the country's resource or the citizen's life or the other living creature's life is no joke. So that is why I have built a rigid system. This says rigid on paper, but this functions rigid in real, so that you can live your life. Because we are not living your life these days. We are just working as a slave to some corporate, to some system. But stewocracy will let you live your life. Because the outcome of this stewocracy system will be your cost of living is going to reduce, and you will be tasting stress-free life. You will be having a lot of free time. You wouldn't be, you wouldn't be functioning as a mission for some corporate, for some system. That is the outcome of this stewocracy.